Okay, so let's get into it. Today dropped probably the most magical formula I've ever created in my entire life, and it joins the Synergy line within Cymbiotika. As you know, the Synergy line is the B12, the Golden Mine, and Rumi. These are all the mycelated forms of certain specific nutrients. And now D3, K2, vitamin A, ubiquinol, CoQ10, selenium, beta-carotene, mycelated and phosphatidylcholine are now in the new D3 K2 formula. And I wanted to also let you guys know that this formula was supposed to come out about 6 weeks ago, but I delayed the release because I had not received my final agreement with the MK4 version of K2. MK stands for menaquinone. It's a structure on how the K2 atomic structure works, and they have specific actions in the body. And so K2 in MK7 form is about taking calcium out of the blood and putting it into your bones. The MK4 version is about getting the same action and nutrients past the blood-brain barrier and past the placenta. So the MK4 version is very, very important for mothers, pregnant mothers, and for us to get it into our brain and certain tissues, where the MK7 is for the whole entire body. I didn't want to miss anything on this, and I got patented trademark ingredients for all the top ingredients of this product. I'm going to go down the entire list, but let me talk a little bit about K2. I'm going to get into D3 on another live, because the D3 that we have in this formula is out of control. Again, it comes from lichen. Remember lichen? That's lichen right there. You see that? That's all lichen. No synthetic, no sheepskin, all organic, all exactly the same molecule structure that we have in our skin, that when the photons of the UVA and UVB hit it, activate the cholesterol on our skin, which turns it into vitamin D3. It's the same thing. What a crazy, beautiful time to be alive. Anybody know what the leading cause of death is right now in the world? Anyone? Nope, not cancer. Good guess. Heart disease, correct. Bingo. What is heart disease? What is it? Anybody know what heart disease actually is? Is it cholesterol? Is it high blood? Well, high blood pressure is a symptom of heart disease. What is heart disease? Calcification, bingo. Cardiovascular disease, heart disease. It encompasses so many pathological conditions. Usually it can refer to disease of the heart valves or the heart muscle, or other systemic disorders that affect the heart and blood vessels. So what happens? Well, we get a buildup of calcium-laden plaque, and it clogs one or more of the coronary arteries, or any artery in the body for that matter. That's exactly what heart disease is, and it's the leading cause of death in the entire world. Atherosclerotic heart disease, narrowing the blood flow to the heart so it slows down and stops. This is why people get chest pain. They call it angina. Shortness of breath. Main cause of death, heart attack. It occurs every 4 minutes in this country. 30% of all deaths in both men or women are due to some myocardial infarction. That's some form of heart disease. This is important, family. We're dropping like flies. And it's funny because people go and they get their cholesterol screened, they do electrocardiograms, stress tests, all of those things, and none of that shows any indication of calcification. One heart attack, you have a 50% chance of dying on the spot. 50%. So if you get a heart attack, it's flipping a fucking coin. Fighting heart disease has been like the major public health battle forever. I mean, since 1950s. They've actually made it almost a war against heart disease. And they basically based it on the principle that our dietary fat in particular, predisposes us to heart disease, which we know is false, which we now know is wrong. It has nothing to do with dietary fat. Look at other cultures that are consuming 50-60% of their diet on fat. Japan, Italy, Mediterranean countries, all fat. Heart disease is at the all-time low. So it's not that. What is it? What could it be? How come we're getting overcalcified? Can someone tell me, why are we getting overcalcified? Is it because calcium in its inorganic form is everywhere in our diets? You guys see me at the grocery stores where I'm pointing out all forms of man-made compounded calcium, right? Calcium carbonate, which is not even calcium. It's a calcium ion attached to 3 carbons. Our body doesn't even know what it is. Milk, right? Less exposure to the sun, right? But what are we missing? You ready? Who's ready? The facts are right there. The evidence is right there. Vitamin K2. Not K1, vitamin K2. Anybody know who Dr. Weston A. Price is? Anybody know who Dr. Weston A. Price is? Do you remember who that is? He was a dentist from the early 1900s. He was shocked at the amount of jaw decay, tooth decay, deformity in children, heart disease, arterial plaque, all of that. So what did he do? Him and his team went all around the world and basically went to tribal lands and was wondering, what are these people eating? Because they had no evidence of any of these afflictions or diseases. And he located a molecule vitamin, fat soluble, and he called it Activator X. Activator X that we now know today is vitamin K2. Vitamin K2. Now all the studies are coming out. Vitamin K2 from your diet significantly reduces the incidence of arterial calcification and risk of death from cardiovascular disease by 75% as compared with people with low dietary vitamin K2. People, are you ready? This is where we're going. This could save your life, your children's life, your parents' life, all of your friends' life. This is it right here. Vitamin K2 intake was also inversely related to severe arterial calcification and so-called mortality or death of all heart disease. Of course you can give it to your 5-year-old. You can give it to your 5-month-old. You can give it to your non-born fetus in your stomach. Absolutely. According to the study, These are studies. They're all out there. Vitamin K2 triggers a process that removes free-floating calcium out of the blood and into the bones. Okay, now think about this. How crazy is this? What are most women, 60% of all women today, dealing with right when they hit menopause? Can someone answer that to me? Somebody answer that for me. Osteoporosis. Boom. There it is. Osteoporosis. A very dangerous ailment. Once you start getting into full-blown osteoporosis, you're susceptible to every kind of fracture you can imagine. And one of them specifically a hip fracture. Once you get a hip fracture, they say you have about 1.5 years on average to live. How horrible is that? Once you get a hip fracture, 1.5 years on average left of life. That's 18 months of pain. Can you believe that? What is osteoporosis? Why are women more susceptible to osteoporosis? When women go through menopause, their estrogen levels drop. When their estrogen levels drop, their production of bone tissue completely drops. Then, what does the doctor do? He forces calcium down their mouth. Well, sorry to break it to you, you can't absorb calcium without vitamin K2. So that calcium never makes it to the bone, and it goes directly to the heart and the arteries. Can you believe that abomination right there? Then we have vitamin D, which is another fat-soluble nutrient for bone health. All the best ever for your immunological function. Vitamin D and vitamin K2 synergistically work together. Let me break that down to you so you understand. Vitamin D accelerates the accumulation of arterial calcification when there's no vitamin K2 in the equation. Okay? Why is that? Because vitamin D takes calcium out of your intestines and puts it into your bloodstream. From there, it needs to go somewhere. If there's no K2, the calcium that's now out of the intestines and into the bloodstream goes directly to the heart and the arterial walls. You follow that? So when you have an organic plant-based D3 non-synthetic combined with vitamin K2 in the MK4 and MK7 version, you have the most synergistic blend of removing all plaque, all arterial calcification from not only your blood, but from your brain, from your eyes, from your joints, and removing all that calcium and putting them directly where they're supposed to go, which is where? Your bones and your teeth. Are you following me? So we didn't use fermented soy. I went the expensive route. I could have used fermented natto, but I wanted to take it up a notch. I went to the patented menaquinone 7 trademarked from organic fermented garbanzo beans. Much more expensive to make and without soy. Michael Freehawk, we have both MK7 and MK4 in the new Synergy Complex. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. Let me tell you how this works, because I've been wrapping my head around this for 2-3 years now. 2-3 years, and I'm so fucking stoked. I promise I wasn't going to curse that much, but once in a while, when you're saying it with conviction and love, you're going to curse. And look where I'm at. I'm sitting right here in Indian pose, staring at the beautiful sun, speaking my heart out when we just designed the most incredible alchemy that's going to save so many lives. Let me tell you how vitamin K2 comes to the rescue. If you ask me for my playlist one more time, I'm going to have to take you out of the room. Just listen. Vitamin K2 works by activating a number of special proteins that move calcium around the body. Please listen to this part. This is the nuts and bolts, and I need everybody to understand exactly how this works, okay? Because this is it. We're right there. Specifically, K2 activates a protein called osteocalcine, which attracts calcium into bones and teeth, where calcium is needed. K2 activates another protein called matrix GLA protein. I like to call it MGP, which sweeps calcium out of soft tissues like arteries and veins where the mineral is unwanted and harmful. When K2 is lacking, the proteins that depend on K2 remain inactive. The calcium paradox then gradually rears its ugly head with an insidious decline in bone mineral density and even more treacherous hardening of the arteries. I can't get more specific than that. It's treachery to our veins and arteries. This is why heart disease is the #1 killer in the world. It has nothing to do with fat. It has nothing to do with any of that. It has to do with not having adequate D3 K2 combo in the body at the time of digestion in the lower intestines, in the gut bacteria, because it doesn't trigger the body's enzymatic process of taking calcium free floating in the blood into where the body needs it to go. Ah. Woo. That protein, MGP, is switched on by vitamin K2. They actively usher calcium to and from appropriate areas of the body. When K2 levels are inadequate in our body, when K2 levels are low, those proteins are absolutely motherfucking useless. And calcium wanders aimlessly like a lost soul throughout your entire body, eventually taking the path of least resistance, embedding in soft tissues rather than trying to force its way into a hard bone. Do you feel me on this? Do you get it? Do you see it? Do you see why women have osteoporosis? Do you see why 60% of the world is dying from heart disease and calcification? Everyone's talking about, oh, bro, you got to decalcify your third eye. You got to take this Ormus. What the fuck are you talking about? The reason why you're calcifying is because you don't have proper D3 K2 combo in your body. It's science. It's been proven. We know it. Now look, this sounds technical, but it's not. Let me break it down to you. Taking a few minutes to grasp the nature of these K2 dependent proteins will allow you to really appreciate the amazing power and profound health benefits of the K2, MK7, and MK4 that's been mycelated in this synergy product along with VitaShine organic lichen-based D3. And I haven't even talked about the ubiquinol CoQ10, and I haven't even talked about the selenium, and I haven't even talked about the beta carotene. I haven't even talked about the phosphatidylcholine. I haven't even talked that it's put into food-based mycelated process. Open your mind right now. Open your heart. Open your awareness. Let's restructure the mind. Let's restructure everything right now. The term protein usually conjures up images of beef, chicken, eggs. These foods are high in essential dietary protein, but the word protein in the term K2 dependent protein refers to something completely different. Biological proteins are microscopic components made of amino acids. Most biochemical reactions in any living organism, including me, including you, including that lichen right there, all of it are operated due to an action by an enzyme. So all the microproteins in our body are moved around and decided on by enzymatic reaction. It's the enzymes that control the protein. An enzyme is a catalyst, a protein that facilitates biological reactions. Biological proteins need helper molecules. Anybody heard of a helper molecule before? Another name for a helper molecule is called a cofactor. Ever heard of a cofactor? In order for the proteins to work, it needs a cofactor. Vitamins and minerals are cofactors. Magnesium is a cofactor. Vitamin C is a cofactor. CoQ10 is a cofactor. Vitamin K2 is a cofactor. The purpose of all these vitamins and minerals is so our body can know how to absorb protein. Vitamin K2 is the cofactor for an enzyme called vitamin K dependent carboxylase. I want you to remember that. Vitamin K2 is the cofactor for an enzyme called vitamin K dependent carboxylase. This enzyme, once and only once, is activated by vitamin K2. It alters the structure of osteocalcine. Remember osteocalcine? And MGP, remember that? To allow those proteins to bind to calcium. Once these proteins have the ability to bind to calcium, they can work wonders. They can work wonders. That's when they can get into our hands. That's when they can get into our brain. That's when they can get into our bone. Removing calcium out of the soft tissue, out of our pineal gland, out of our heart, out of our kidneys. The K family of vitamins activates enzymes that modify certain proteins to allow them to bind to calcium. Vitamin K, the original K1, that's involved in blood clotting. Vitamin K2, those are dependent proteins. They move calcium into bones and out of soft tissues like arteries, veins, and skin. The process by which K2 activates proteins is called gamma carboxylation. Remember that, gamma carboxylation. When K2 is deficient, we say basically K2 dependent proteins are undercarboxylated. This term right there, remember, is synonymous with vitamin K2 deficiency. Oh man, wow. Osteocalcine. Remember, also known as bone GLA protein, is a biological protein found in bones and teeth. It is the most abundant protein in the bone after collagen that forms the matrix that holds the calcium in our skeletal system. Together, vitamins A and D cause special bone-building cells, they're called osteoblasts, in our skeleton to secrete osteocalcine and use the protein to draw calcium into our bone tissues. Did you get that right there? Did you get all that? Why do you think the new Synergy has the cleanest vitamin D3 on earth, and it has the cleanest beta carotene on earth? Guys, family, what is beta carotene? It's a carotenoid. What is a carotenoid? It's like astaxanthin. It's a vitamin A. Did you get that? It's a vitamin A. So I put it all in there strategically. Everything has a purpose. Every single thing in there is in there for perfection. What's the mineral I have in there? Selenium. Boom. Okay, that was a lot. That was a lot. That was a lot. That's just the beginning, though. That is just the beginning. I'm really freaking amped up about all this. And the amount of impact that just this product alone is going to have is undeniably right now will be my life's work. Undeniably. Do me the biggest favor ever. You have to share this. I literally just broke the entire structure down on why the leading cause of death is heart disease, and what heart disease is, and why we've been robbed of so many beautiful lives and so many beautiful souls and so many beautiful brains because the freaking American Medical Association and the supplement industry has no idea what they're doing, has no clue what they're doing. Calcium is killing us. Calcium is destroying us. And not because calcium's evil, no, because calcium, number one, we're getting it in the wrong form. And number two, we have no D3 and K2 to create the enzymatic process, the MGP, to pull and enzymatically catalyze it directly into the bones. So we're having free floating calcium that's denatured, that has nowhere to go. And again, it can't force itself into the bones without these enzymes. So what does it do? It settles in all the soft tissue. Please, from the deepest part of my heart, I've made some amazing formulas. I've made some amazing products. They're changing people's lives. All of them are freaking amazing. The Synergy B12 is so necessary. The Omegas are so necessary. This right here is the game changer for so many freaking people's lives. Please, please share this live. Let everybody get a chance to understand and learn why these things work and why we did it the right way. I love you guys from the deepest part of my heart. I honor you forever. All in, family. This is what a freaking ride this is. This hair keeps falling in my face. Here we go. I'm so honored, family. I'm so honored. Can everybody on here who's on this live just type your name in and just say all love? I want to see everyone's name. I'm going to announce everybody's name. Yvonne, Thrashley, Angel, Carla. What's up, my boy? Mags, Aaron, my brother. Angel. What's up, Daniel? What's up, Serena? So much love, so much truth. What's up, Christian? What's up, Victoria? All in, baby. All in, baby. Yvonne, much love. Renee, all love. Aaron, all love. Charles, all love. Brian, all love. Andrew, my brother, all love. Katie, all love. Michael Freehawk, all the way from the Bay, all love, brother. Brandon, all love. Naomi, all love. Nikki, I love you, all love. Jacob, I love you, brother. Angel, I love you. Morgan, I love you. You know it, I love you. Linda, I fucking love you. Patty, I love you. 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 We're all into this together, man. It's nothing but the truth. Nothing but the honor. Emily, I love you. Shayna, I love you. Elaine, I love you. We're going all the way. Moises, I love you, Wasserman. Nothing can stop the truth. Shawnee, I love you. Kika, I love you. Ellie, I love you. Deanna, I love. We're going all the way here. Nothing but the truth and awareness. We're going to get everybody back to where they belong. Laura, I love you. Jacob, you're the man. I adore your soul, brother. Aaron, I adore your soul, brother. This is it. We're right here, right now. It's all happening. The awakening is happening. This is a spiritual breakthrough. This is a conscious revolution. This is an upgrade of completely the blueprint of all the minds, all the hearts, all the souls. We can't do it without the proper information and knowledge. We can't do it just running around chasing our own tail. We need the biological truth. We need to be grounded in between the spiritual and the material. We need the balance within the scientific. We can't be completely on both sides on the edge. It's an honor, family. Thank you, Pierre. Thank you, family. Thank you, tribe. Thank you, Lala. All in. Do me a huge favor. I'm going to share this live. Please share it to everybody you know. Thank you, Dan. Share it to everybody you know. I'm going to save it up for 24 hours. I'm going to keep it. This is the information that people have to get into their system. They have to learn. They have to take their sovereignty back. I'm at that point. I'm at that point where it's like, this is it. There's no other way. This is it. And here's the thing. When I tell you to share something, it's because I want everybody in your life to have an opportunity to live. It means nothing to me personally. I'm good. My tribe's good. My family's good. I am golden. But to know that I can change one person's life, do you know what that does to my soul? And do you know what that'll do to your soul? All in. All in. It's such an honor. Thank you, family. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your honor. Thank you for your commitment to excellence within yourself. This is what it's all about. I'm crying. I have tears of joy right now. My heart is thumping out of my chest. The amount of impact this is going to have on children, on pregnant mothers, on babies, on athletes, on elderly, on your mother, on your father, on all your relatives, on everybody out there that's struggling, that's living in an acidic body, that has no idea anything about their health, that's chasing all these things. This is it. This is it. This is it, family. I love you all. I love you all. forever. Thank you. God bless you all.